Well, I don't want to talk about it because fake news like you're a terrible reporter, and fake news like you, they just keep bringing that up.
Trump is withering. And I don't just mean cognitively. I mean he is finally facing a scandal that he feels is out of his control. And it shows. It is wearing on him. He looks tired. He looks beaten down. He looks unable to cope with what's happening around him. He lashes out. In moments where he wouldn't normally lash out, he would just give a funny little nickname to whoever he's talking about. He seems to be crashing out. He was asked questions on the tarmac there in Palm Beach on his way to his weekend vacation. Every weekend's a vacation for Donald Trump. And he's being asked about the Epstein files, specifically about Thomas Massie's role in it and about the release of the files. And he's also asked about Marjorie Taylor Greene and the death threats that she's now facing because Donald Trump is publicly attacking her as a traitor. We'll get to that because I want to talk a little bit about the treason element versus traitor element and how Donald Trump is invoking this particular language because in Republicans, I guess I'm going to get to it now. Because in Republican circles, treason, they always talk about what's the punishment for treason? What's the consequence for treason? It's the death penalty. So when Donald Trump talks about traitor, who's a traitor? He's not talking about a traitor to the country. He's talking about a traitor to him because everything is transactional and dealing with his own deal. But I want to play this clip for you because it really does illustrate how he's not doing well. He's not doing well in a way that's not normally the way he doesn't do well. It's extra special. So watch this.
Representative Massey says he's concerned that the Epstein probe you are calling for could be a smokescreen to block the release of more files. Is that the case?
Well, I don't want to talk about it because fake news like you're a terrible reporter, and fake news like you, they just keep bringing that up to deflect from the tremendous success of the Trump administration. So a guy like Massey, his poll numbers are showing he's at 6% approval rating right now. And we call him Rand Paul Jr. because he never votes for the Republican Party. So they're using Jeffrey Epstein as a deflection from the tremendous success that we're having as a party.
No, we want to talk about it, not to deflect from the great success of the Republican Party, Donald Trump. We want to talk about it because it's concerning, is it not, that a sitting president of the United States, a former president of the United States' name is listed hundreds, if not thousands of times in the emails of a notorious, convicted rapist of children. Someone who said, you knew about the girls he trafficked and raped. That's not a deflection to want to know more details about that. That's common decency. That's a pursuit of justice, a pursuit of information, a pursuit of consequence for the criminals in honor of the victims of these heinous crimes. To paint this as some kind of a distraction does not give the respect to the victims, the hundreds maybe victims of Jeffrey Epstein, of some would say Donald Trump, some would say Bill Clinton, some would say Bill Gates. I see this all over the internet now. I was on Threads the other day and some idiot was like, yeah, now Democrats, they don't want these files released because now Bill Clinton's implicated. Okay, convict him. Bury Bill Clinton under the prison because if he raped kids, that's what he deserves. I don't know any Democrat that's like, oh, we must protect Bill Clinton at all costs. I don't know anybody. So the other thing that he says, after we call him Rand Paul Jr., all of that nonsense, he was asked about the death threats that are coming the way of Marjorie Taylor Greene. Again, I'm not going to shed any tears about the threats that are coming her way. No one should receive death threats, absolutely. But when you traffic in that kind of vitriol, when you threaten the lives of people through your rhetoric and then it comes your way, it just seems like the chicken's coming home to roost, if you ask me. But Donald Trump denies it and wants to lay it on a little thicker by labeling her a traitor.
Her life could be in danger because of the rhetoric?
Her life is in danger? Who's that?
Marjorie Taylor Greene, she says
Marjorie Trader Green. I don't think her life is in danger. Frankly, I don't think anybody cares about her. Okay, what about you?
Are you negotiating?
You like how it's almost like he corrects the reporter. Oh, Marjorie Taylor Greene? I think you mean Marjorie Trader Green. This is what we have for a president. This is what rises to the level of a president in the Republican Party. This is the man who hijacked their party, is destroying their party, and when he's dead, which could be within the next year from natural causes, of course. You can't have chicken gravy running through your veins trying to nourish your body with oxygen and live very long, and that's the case of Donald Trump. But this is what we got. And he's being backed. His play is being backed by Republicans. Senator Barrasso from Wyoming had this to say when asked, if the Epstein files vote passes in the House and gets to the Senate, what will be the result in the Senate?
If the Epstein measure passes the House, will it get a vote in the Senate?
It'll come to the Senate. We'll take a look at it. If it passes the House, we'll see what it says. And we all want accountability and transparency. But to me, this is not about truth. It's not about justice. This is about an attempt by the Democrats to make President Trump a lame duck president, and I'm not going to aid and abet them in their efforts to do that.
But you don't commit to a vote, Senator? You don't commit to holding a vote if the Epstein measure passes in the House? Just very quickly, we're almost out of time.
Well, but what I've said and what Senate Leader Thune has said is we'll look at it, we'll look at what's come over. I don't even know that it's going to pass the House. The Senate will make a decision, we'll have a discussion about it and make a decision from there.
First of all, these fucking people. So first of all, Donald Trump is a lame duck. By definition, he's a lame duck. We're not going to let these Democrats turn him into a lame duck. There are three definitions. One of them kind of butts up against what his presumed definition of it is. But this is from Merriam-Webster. One that is weak or that falls behind in ability or achievement, an elected official or group continuing to hold political office during the period between the election and the inauguration of a successor, or one whose position or term of office will end soon. Two of the three are what Donald Trump is. He is a lame duck because the Constitution forbids him from running for a third term, even though he's selling Trump 2028 merch, like he's going to live that long. The other thing that I want to talk about here is that he shits on this before he said, well, when it comes to us, we'll read it and see what it is, but I'll tell you this right now. And then he completely dismisses the thing. This isn't an attack on Donald Trump. This is seeking justice for victims of sexual violence when they were children, when they were kids. But these Republican ghouls will do anything to protect their dear leader. They will do anything. And all of this, mark my words, it's not just me who believes it. They're going to say that there was they've reopened the investigation. There was so much publicity for this. We're doing the right thing to seek justice for the victims. So now we can't release the files because there's an active criminal investigation. It's what they're going to do. It's what I believe. And it's what Senator Coons also believes.
What's the plan in terms of getting the House-passed resolution in front of the Senate? How soon will that happen? Mm-hmm. How soon will these Republicans get a chance to reverse their votes and try to clean up their act?
So this is going to be an interesting week. My gut hunch is that Attorney General Bondi, having just been ordered on social media by the president to open an investigation into a series of high-profile Democrats, will promptly say, oh, no, there's an ongoing investigation. We can't disclose any of this. And the president will back that up. But you are absolutely right. We should be going to the floor every day and doing unanimous consent requests that say we should see these files now. Mm-hmm. We owe it to the victims. We owe it to transparency. Trump ran on, I will release the Epstein files on day one, and has done everything possible, including hauling Lauren Boebert into the Situation Room for a closed-door muscle session. Yep. Yeah. This is just a despicable act of betraying the victims of Epstein. It's long past time that we get transparency around this for the American people.
Yeah, we live in a world where Donald Trump is directing the Attorney General, the head of the Department of Justice, to do things over social media. That's just how depraved and idiotic the Republican Party is right now. How depraved and idiotic Donald Trump is. How obsequious and sycophantic and what a bootlick our Attorney General, our disseminator of justice is in this country. It is kind of nice to watch Donald Trump crumble under the weight of reporters' questions, though, is it not? Anyway, what do you think? I invite you to this conversation. Let's have it in the comments below the video. You can do it on Facebook, where you should be liking and following the Dollemore Daily. We're over 35,000 likes and follows on that page, and almost 1.5 million here on YouTube. Make that make sense. Anyway, you can also do it here on YouTube or call the voicemail line, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. I'll see you next time. I love and appreciate you very much. Be genuine and take care of one another.